Konnichiwa minasan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel, a place where we learn Japanese language. This is the series called JLPT N5 Prep Guide, your one-stop shop for all that you need to pass the N5 test. Today is the 10th edition of this series and the second week of our N5 preparation. In this week, we target all these topics: Japanese numerals and the counting system, rules of katakana, foreign word conversion, introduction to kanji script, and we talk about the first 20 kanji characters from the N5 test list, and then some basic Japanese greetings and expressions to begin with. And finally, some very simple quizzes and practices. The last week, that is week 1 of our preparation, we had these topics: introduction to Japanese sounds and scripts, hiragana and katakana character set, 150 common words, and some quizzes and practices. So if you missed that week's video, you can visit the description section of this video and you can find the link to that video, so which was the 9th video of this series. So the exit criteria for the last week were: the outcome was to mastering of all the hiragana and katakana characters. Student must be able to identify all and any hiragana and katakana characters instantly without making mistakes. The student should start building vocabulary and go back to those details or the suggested playlists and revisit the videos if you don't feel comfortable with this exit criteria. So only after you meet the exit criteria for week 1, you should proceed to the week 2 topics. And this is the 6-stage learning pathway that we have been closely monitoring so that we can distribute our study process, the pathway in that way. And the green boxes here indicates we have covered this during the first week, and the yellow means it's in progress. So we will revisit this slide at the end of today's video and see what all we can cover in week 2. So study guidelines for week 2. First, we begin with our main playlist, Japanese Lessons for Beginners, where we have all the lessons listed there. And in this video, we will give references of lessons from where you can study during this week 2 of N5 test preparation. Lesson 9, Numeral Fundamentals and Counting from 1 to 99. Lesson 10, Counting from 100 to billions. Lesson 13, Rules of Katakana Part 1. Lesson 14, Rules of Katakana Part 2. So this will be Part 2. I'm sorry for this error. And Lesson 15, Foreign Word Conversion. Then towards the kanji, we have Lesson 16, How to Learn Kanji. And Lesson 17, Kanji 1 to 20. And finally, lesson 21, which is basic Japanese greetings and expressions. So again, the URLs of all these lessons have been provided in the description section of this video so that you can quickly access this. And if you want, you can also visit the playlist Japanese Lessons for Beginners, and you will find all these lessons listed there in serial order. So please watch the videos of these 8 lessons that we have just suggested, and this will become the main study material for your week 2 preparation for JLPT N5. Then, as last week we did in last week, we have some practices for you this week as well. First is the playlist Practice Makes Perfect, the third video of this series, countries and cities. That means writing countries and cities names in katakana. And we have one katakana word practice from the JLPT N5 list of katakana words in video 19 of that playlist. So you can visit the Practice Makes Perfect playlist in our YouTube channel and watch the videos of these 2 topics. The third video, countries and cities, and the 19th video, katakana word practice N5 list. And likewise, we have another playlist called Kanji Practice, where you can watch the first video of that playlist, which is Kanji for numerals. And again, links to all these videos have been provided in the description section of this video for your easy accessibility. And then we have test your knowledge, test number 10 in the playlist called test your knowledge, which is foreign word identification part 1. We have test 11 foreign word identification part 2. So this is again, this will be part 2. Test 15 fill in katakana, and test 14 solve the number pyramid. So these are the tests which are related to the topics that we have covered in week 2. So these are for your practice and quick quizzes. The exit criteria for week 2. So that was all about the content that you should study during this week 2. And when you exit the week 2, your criteria will be the student is expected to memorize Japanese numerals from 1 to 10, and along with that 100, 1000, 10,000 and 100,000. The student is expected to understand the rules of counting and be able to read out any number in Japanese. The student should be able to write a foreign word using katakana characters correctly. And the student learns the very basic Japanese greetings corresponding to good morning, good day, hello, good evening, good night, goodbye, see you again, see you tomorrow, and so on. So the idea is these are the exit criteria which covers the topics that we have suggested for your week 2 study. And we have provided the links to all those lessons, all those practice sessions, all those tests and quizzes in the description section of this video. And also we have provided the names of the playlists and the chapter number or the video number inside that playlist so that you can access it from there as well. So now after week 2, we are all done with the first stage of JLPT N5 preparation, which is get started. So this was a lighter one because it's the first step, and as we move ahead it will become more and more complicated and bit aggressive as well. So before we end this video, also in this series before, so we had first 8 videos of this series with some generic information about JLPT. The first video was test introduction, which included the objective of JLPT, its benefits, levels, competence, dates, and the test structure. In video 2, we discussed about the composition of test items in N5 test. Then we discussed the strategy for vocabulary, grammar, reading, listening. And then in the 7th video, we provided you a list of recommended books for JLPT N5 preparation. And lesson 8 was the learning roadmap. So links to all of these 8 videos have been provided in the description section of this video. You can access from there and also from the playlist JLPT N5 prep guide. And from the 9th video, we have started the weekly preparation for N5. So after 8, ninth one is week 1 preparation, and this particular video is the 10th video of this series, which is week 2 preparation. So that's it for now. In the next week's preparation, we will move to stage 2, and then we will proceed further in our N5 preparation. So the N5 preparation continues. Good luck to you and thanks for watching this video. Arigato gozaimasu. Mata imasho.